The world is a strange and interesting place. In my 18 3/4 years living on this earth, I discovered the key to success and winning in our world. The first key to success is to make sure to take nothing for granted and to not believe in what people tell you. If someone very qualified tells you something about something they are very qualified to tell you, you can't just believe that. You need to discover for yourself. Okay, that's when Isaac Newton told everyone that gravity was a thing. No one believed him, with good reason. He was too qualified to talk about that. Okay? When I discovered people were telling me the earth was like a spherical shape and round, I decided that seems quite plausible. But do I really know that for sure? So I did some extensive research. I actually watched a YouTube video. I'll link it in the description in case anyone wants to watch it. And I discovered the earth was flat. And the big thing about having a flat earth, I'll just show you some things I've kind of discovered here. So if we look at the floor, it is flat, okay? If I just look out into the horizon, there's no point where the earth actually starts like turning. So that's like the most obvious reason. It's very simple trick. Anyone could do that. Anyone with 200 IQ or more can see that. And I myself have 200 IQ. If we look at my shoe here, shout out Nike. My shoe is flat. Are you telling me that if the earth was round, sort of like that sort of thing, my shoe would be rounded as well to match the terrain? Cars are flat. If the earth was round, they would tilt. Simple. Does this not point to something that is really there and is so obvious to see? When it really blows my mind. So basically I discovered this. This was my first discovery, okay? So then I discovered this. I'm like, wait, there's probably so much more out there that in the world that people are just telling us, but it's all just fake. I did some more research. I discovered our world doesn't exist, okay? The whole world is fake. Like, if you think about it, what are we really doing here? What happened? Like, oh my god, my shoulder's getting tired. So but like, what is going on here? Mom, can you be a guest speaker? I'm gonna have a guest speaker here.
No.
Mom,
No.
what's poppin'?
Oh my goodness, Joshua.
So, what do you think about challenging views on things?
It's kind of interesting.
It's interesting. See, exactly, interesting. Let's dive deep into that word, interesting. I use this word a lot, and people who know me, they'll know I use this word every single day, multiple times. I use it as a verb, adverb, adjective, noun. Yeah, like, look at that interesting out there in the field playing with the polar bear. Yeah, I just use it multiple different ways. Interesting, it is not a very descriptive word. So if my mother, Mrs. Zelinsky, she's a second grade teacher, she's very qualified. at Greenbrook Elementary School. She is very qualified to discuss this idea. And if she says it's interesting, that means a lot to me, because I take that the way she her phrasing and her voice, her tone, that really says a lot to me. And it says she's like, wow, this is something I really haven't thought about. Let me double check that. Let me do a discount double check real quick. You know, Aaron Rodgers and that, you know, you saw he came out that new commercial of the guy who burned his bathroom. Saw it 20 times today. Really good. Thank you, State Farm. So, my shoulder's tired again. So let's really think about this here. So what's something else I've discovered? Something else I've discovered is that who created numbers and why are they so universal? Okay, numbers are a very important part of my life. I was born speaking in binary. I communicated only in binary. So, and I never use Roman numerals because they have letters and really numbers are numbers. So let's numbers. Who created the number system? Why does 1 come before 2 and not 2 before 1? If those two things, if someone decided, well, let me just put 2 first, you know, or after 0, I guess, because what's really first? I'd say the first number is it 0 or is it some infinitely large negative number? That's something we really have to think about. And one thing that really irks me here is when people say infinity is a number. Infinity is not a number. Infinity is a concept. There are different sizes of infinity. There's a countable infinity, where it's just all the whole numbers from 1 to infinity. That's a countable positive infinity. You could have a countable from all the negative and positive whole numbers. That's another option. And then there's an infinite amount of numbers between 0 and 1 with all the decimals, which is actually crazy if you think about it. So there's an infinite. You can multiply infinity by infinity. Guess what? It's infinity. Because there are bigger sizes of infinity, and it's pretty whack. So this all comes full circle when I look at Fortnite, okay? And this fantastic game that I do not play has this special item called a Chug Jug, okay? The Chug Jug is crucial to the life of a Fortniter, and that's what you really got to think about. What is the meaning behind Chug Jug? Is it like one of those things that spells stuff out that I forgot what it's called, and this is not very good. An acronym, yes. Thank you, Mrs. Zelinsky, the 2nd grade teacher, very qualified, as I was saying before. Let's think about the C in Chug Jug. Consistency. H. H? No. H is... We're talking about success here, not being happy. For success, so you need to be consistent. Hardy. U, unpleasant. That usually helps. G. No, unpleasant. G, probably grateful. J, Joshua. Usually your name's Joshua. It's pretty good. U, probably unpleasant again. And G, gargantuan. Okay, so that's why it's bulking season right now. I've been bulking. I've actually, put on some weight. None of you guys can tell, but that's gonna be it for this. I hope I challenged you to think about your life decisions, and hopefully you guys like the video. Like, comment, subscribe.